Yeah, I think it sounds like a good idea. I have. I think if you don't shoot, it's difficult to score a goal. Definitely, if you take that approach. I'm also of the belief that I think you should play the chance big, but of course, if you are in balance outside the box, I think you should shoot. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's always a combination of different factors that is affecting each other. I definitely think when the ball drops on the edge of the box, you should shoot, and we're ending in areas around the box, you should shoot. And we, as I said a few times, I think we're working very hard on our phase two and our phase three, how we get into the right positions, and how we get enough play and run movement on the side to produce the breakthroughs and penetrations. And the better we do that, the more we'll do that, the more we'll end in those situations, the more we'll get good opportunities to shoot. No, I haven't. I think it's. I encourage them to do everything we can to create more chances and score some goals. You can encourage them to shoot, but I'm pretty sure players also feel naturally if we're in a good position, you shoot. Yeah, try Tom. I think the biggest difference, I think, obviously now is the amount of games. I think that's the biggest thing. The short turnaround. Now, of course, as I said, I experienced during COVID. We had 21 games in a row. There was Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, and so on. But of course, we had two spells of 2-2-2 with a lot of traveling. That's heavy. And also the ability to think and how can you say, nail the messages, nail the team, nail all those bits. While you try to create a team that should be more and more in sync, where you maybe it's not that easy. You also need to rotate a bit, and you need to do those things. That's the challenge. And then no, yeah, I think that's the biggest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that in I don't even know how many games we played, around 20 I think in total or something like that. I think we played two with a back three, which was two different games, and then we played two where you can say we played with two strikers, and then the two and one of them was PSG away, which is still like a special mission kind of thing. And the rest have been a variation of 4-2-3-1 with either wing or midfield on the side, or so the same bit. I think that's one bit. And then, as I said, it's also finding that balance of consistency with 6, 7, 8 players that can find a more relationship, and also the relationship between the offensive players. While you still need to do some kind of rotation, and that just make it a bigger challenge. And there's no excuse; it's just the way it is. Mm. Mm. Yeah, definitely felt that. It hasn't surprised me because I knew that was the difference when you walked into it, but you don't like anything else. You don't know it before you stand in it, like really know it. So now I know it. So okay, it's like this. So then we deal with that. You're welcome.
Tom. Hi Thomas. Your tricky start at Brentford, which seems a long time ago now, given how well it went in the end. What did that
I think actually that was my second tough start. I think I said I'd also had it in my first head coach job, senior job in Brøndby. I think both experiences showed me the more you can stick to your principles, processes, structure, to what you believe in, and constantly, how can you say, try to add the layers you want to add to the squad in terms of culture, behavior, the way you want to play, finding the right formula, all that. You just need to keep doing that. And then sometimes in Brentford, for example, we played 4-3-3, I think, 10 games, and then the 11th game, boom, changed it 3-4-3, because that was the right thing with the players. And then we had a fantastic front three in Watkins, Neil Mowbray, and Said Benrahma that just clicked. So it was also, but also in that spell, I clearly remember suddenly Watkins was out, Said was injured, another one. So the front three, that was a key offensive players, were out. So that's also something that if you don't have that, it's just make it more of a challenge. A little bit the same like we have now, that some of the key offensive players are out. Okay, no problem. It is what it is. It's my job to how can you say, find good solutions. And in that said, I said we still managed to score 23 goals, which is quite remarkable.
This is obviously a home game against a team that a lot of fans will be hoping and expecting, to be honest.
I'm also hoping and expecting us to win. I know it will not be that easy, straightforward, but we will go out with belief and bravery and intensity and do everything we can to win. But I understand the question.
Well, my question was going to be, Fulham last week, it was almost over before it began after that difficult start, and the anxiety in the crowd and the team seemed to be fairly obvious. How do you keep them calm going into this fixture, particularly if they concede an early goal like last week? How do you make sure they stay focused?
I think I still think it was a freak 6 minutes, but that of course happens when things are not perfect. I think it's about talking about it. You can't run away from it. That'll be can't do that. So of course, speak about it. No matter what happened, stick to the plan. No matter what happened, be calm. No matter what happened, keep doing what we should do, and then encourage each other. And then, like with everything, it's one step at a time. It's 1 minute at a time. Keep doing the right thing. Keep working your way into the game. And then we know every game you will have a bit of momentum. And then it's about, how can you say, take that momentum when you have it.
It's Igor, Thiago, and Richarlison this week, both sort of vying or hoping to be in the mix with Brazil. Two strikers well. Obviously, you didn't get to use Igor as much as you would like last season because of an injury. But can you just talk a little bit about how they are similar or how they differ as centre forwards?
I think two good players. For Richie, he's in form right now with goals, and I also think he, touch wood, never been at this fit the last 3 years. I think that's also another big credit to the medical and performance department and what we do. I think he's very good in the box. I think he, when he has his highest level and confidence, I think his link-up play and hold-up play is very good. And I think he's difficult to play against in general. Thiago, both of them are good pressing players. Thiago, both of them actually very good in the air in terms of heading abilities. Thiago got a bit more physicality. His hold-up play is good, but maybe not as good as Richie right now. He's a little bit younger, but two players with a strong mentality.
Just lastly, you mentioned earlier about the left wing position and how no one right now is completely sort of nailing down that position. January's just around the corner. Is there any chance that particular position could be something?
I think we look at not every position, but we are prepared in every position to see if there is something we can do to improve the squad. I think we always will look into that. Right now, just focus on do everything we can to find the one that can take the next step. Plus, we always need more than one that do it to help the team, because there's starters and there's finishers. Welcome.
Thomas, the other day you were talking about at Brentford and your previous clubs, you try to build consistency with competitiveness and culture. The other night against Spurs, I think against Newcastle, I think Spurs showed a bit of the competitiveness side of it, but the other two maybe not so much. Is that something you're still working on? How long do you think that might take?
What was it? Culture and
Culture and consistency.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think again, as I said, I think there is a good foundation. It's not like it's ground zero. I think there's a very good foundation on the culture. I think the players are very good people. They want the best. They care about each other. And how can we build that better and better to have that? We say winning mentality. What is winning mentality? But also that yet it's every game, it's every minute of every game. It's 3 times a week. Where you need to be very competitive. That kind of culture, dealing with setbacks, dealing with where we want to build something, and then the consistency. That's the next bit we try to build in performances, of course, but there's also players that consistently can play with the physical load, the mental load, 3 days a week, and performing, and that's the next challenge.
And just on Xavi, obviously at Brentford you had Mikel Damsgaard, who was a really important part of your team, playmaker. Do you see Xavi as somebody who could fill that same role at Spurs? Really made a difference in creating chances.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the reasons why we got him here. I think he got a very big potential to be that a playmaker. How can you say creator, but also finisher. I think he got a very good finish and very good at scoring goals and arriving in the right areas. And I'm a big believer that he'll be very good for us. But it is like with anything we like it to be boom like this to make it work. And sometimes we have a team, or you come into a club where a team where everything's just smooth, everything working, no problem, boom, you step in, even that, you can see compared with Wirtz at Liverpool also coming into a champions, and it's not that easy all the time. Other times it take a little bit longer, but as long as the player train well, keep the right attitude, keep doing the right thing, and then step by step. We will see him flourish. I'm not in doubt of that. Just because we're always so good to judge them now, but it's probably after a year or two. Oh, how good is he? Now everyone's talking about Damsgaard. It took 2 seasons before he really flourished in the third one.
Is it a little bit as well about your relationship with him as well as his relationship with the rest of the team? How you communicate what you want from him.
Yeah, I think it's like. I'm a big believer in terms of trying to create a professional relationship with the players. That's how I work. So it's with the same with Xavi, it's with Matty, with Brandon, with it's all the players. How do we get it working, and also with which players, where do we find the right position for them? So that's a constant development.
Is it fair when people say you don't know your best team there?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's. I think I got an idea of quite a few positions, but how can I say? I also think there's competitions, by the way. So it's not that easy all the time to say okay, it's just those 11, because never those 11. You need more than 11 players. But normally, you see the most teams when they are finding the strongest team. Okay, the strongest team, that would be those 9 players all the time, and then maybe change 2, maybe sometimes it's 10.
Because when you came in, it seemed like you settled on something, and then it's more recently that it's been trying different things.
Yeah, it's a combination also the amount of games and that rotation. So it's not. I think it will be definitely until I don't know how long. Whatever. For hopefully the rest of the season, we're doing very well in the Champions League as well. But we play that many games, there will be rotations. But they hope to be closer and closer. You can see, okay, that is closer to the 9-10 players. That's what we go with.
Are you troubled by 1 winning 8?
I prefer the other way around. 7 out of 8. Let me put it that way.
And we talk a lot about performances.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't. Right, that's a stats I like to have to reverse and do the other way around. So there's nothing I want more than have 7 or 8 wins.
And can I just ask a small one on a point of housekeeping? When do you expect to lose Saar?
Who, Sa?
Saar.
I don't have the dates on top of mind, but isn't it something that? Yeah, 15th, I think, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely keep him as long as possible. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
He'll be gone before the Liverpool game then.
Please ask me that question when we are 2 games further down the line. But I will do everything I can to keep him as long as possible.
We'll finish with Ryan, please.
Hi Thomas.
Hey.
Has there been any discussion amongst you or the squad about how Newcastle needs to maybe represent a turning point in your season? Because it was a good point, obviously fighting back from behind twice, but if you lose on Saturday, obviously that hard work kind of goes out the window.
Yeah. I think it's sometimes you hit the momentum. You got a good point, win on Saturday, boom. Then we carry on. That's definitely the aim. That's what we go for. That's the big belief that we can and we will do that. So I'm as you said, I'm more looking into. Okay, that was not only a very good point with all the circumstances, but I felt that in the last 60, I think there was a lot to build on, and I felt that the first 30, we put like okay, a little bit more. Okay, we stay in this no matter what happens, and I think also it's fair to say someone told me that last couple of times we've been up there, we've been down at halftime, so just that is a small win, and that's something we built on.
And you stayed at Brentford for 9 years. That's a long way away, but could you see yourself hopefully staying at Spurs for that long? Is that realistic?
I think everything is possible. I think if you ask me now, 9 years is a long time. But I said from the beginning, every action, everything I do is with 2 pathways. One, need to do everything we can to win tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and the day after that. But everything is taken with the long-term vision. Because if you don't build anything sustainable, long-term, I don't believe in you can be a big club or top club. If it's only we survived, one more game, we survived, no. And then there is pragmatic choices along the way, because there is players in form, out of form, injuries, everything that. But bit by bit, we will get closer and closer to a well-oiled engine, impossible to stop.
Okay,
You're welcome.
thank you very
Thank
much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Thomas.
I'll come back with that.